Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this week's meeting of Essex Business Forum. I'm Aidan Squire, I'm going to be the chairman. My job to get you through the agenda. I am as always ably supported by my leadership team, who I ask to be upstanding. Introduce yourselves to the meeting.
Good morning, Brian, Social Secretary.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Terry. I deal with membership and recruitment.
Good morning, all. I'm Scott, your meeting secretary, and of course, the handsome face of my chat. Very much.
I thought it was Jane.
It is Jane, actually.
That's true.
It's nothing to do with me. The gorgeous face of my chat.
Morning guys, Ben, Education Coordinator.
Morning everyone, I'm Vincent. I am the official timekeeper and I'm also the handsome face of the membership.
Right. Once you've all been over that, please be seated. Thank you very much indeed. Today, good numbers. 24 members. More importantly, we have a visitor, Tom Gibson. Welcome.
Morning.
Right, so, without more ado, let's get on with the meeting. Starts off forwards with the performance lead. Scott.
Rightio. Yes, so we have closed out the month of June. We're now in July, which means I can announce how the performance lead has worked across the whole month. Tom, for your benefit, performance lead is the way that we measure contribution from members across the whole group. Contribution, members score points just by turning up, through to adding comments to our blog, having a one-to-one get-to-know-you meeting between members, obviously giving and receiving referrals, converting referrals into done business, loads of different ways that all score different points. We set a target for each member of 88 points to achieve as a benchmark across the month. Many members smashed that with their contributions. So, top positions. There are 5 members who have topped 200 points. As follows: 217 points by Mr. Paul Booth. The other Paul, 243. Paul Toby, 258 points. 272 place Terry into second, but 293 points. So that's how the league works. You can have a good look at it and see where you are yourself.
Oh, you might ask whether Scott's only when you can arrange it. Right, the education presentation. Take away.
Okay, well, today, interest rate today because I'm going to hand it over to our super chef, Neil, to give us today's education.
Thank you everyone, Neil from Millennium Event Catering. As per the norm, prepared to be educated. So today I want to do something a little different and I wanted to give back some bits of advice that I've accumulated over the years that have both changed my mentality and perception both personally and professionally. So, number 1, stop being afraid to spend money. If you spend £5 grand on a weekend trip to New York, don't worry, you're not wasting money, you're buying and making memories. Number 2, don't make the mistake of believing you need to find Mrs. or Mr. Right. In reality, it's about becoming Mr. Right yourself. Don't look for the person you want to spend the rest of your life with, but become the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. And the people who deserve it will naturally gravitate towards you. Number 3, 90% of life is showing up, and that's it. If you show up, there is a chance something will happen. You will never know what opportunities you're missing out on, and just until you show up. Number 4, you're always going to have conflict or trouble in your life. This is pretty much inevitable. You must learn to enjoy life while dealing with conflict. There is beauty in everything we experience. You just need to adjust your perception. As a famous wise man once said, you can either cry in the storm or dance in the rain. And I'll leave you with one last thought. The road to success is littered with potholes of disappointment, but that journey to success requires 2 ingredients. That's commitment and consistency, because without commitment, you cannot possibly hope to start that journey, and without consistency, you'll never finish it. Please consider yourself educated. Thank you.
Please bear in mind the number 3, 90% is showing up, and I think that's in relation to although today, great example, well done, everybody's turned up. Membership matters, Terry.
I mentioned last week that we had one renewal outstanding, and it was a bit of a breakdown of communication really, but I'm delighted to say that Matt had done all that we asked of him, and that Matt's membership has been renewed. Valuable member, thank you very much for renewing that.
We must be careful that we acknowledge renewal members because part of the maintenance of the group, and thank you for the recent renewal for last week and this week. It's nice to see everybody on track. Right, we approach the 62nd round, and first major part of the meeting. Your chance in 60 seconds to highlight your business. It is only 60 seconds, but our timekeeper after 50 seconds will do that, and after 60 will do, and when you hear the double, wind up and sit down as soon as you can, please, if you get to that. Right, the Oscar winner was Toby. He's been polishing it, sitting there in front of him. He will listen very carefully, and will at the end of the 62nd round make the award to this week's winner. So, as usual, if he's got to sit and concentrate very hard, then he will go first. So Toby, you're up first, and you are followed by
Matt, you
Yeah, you would. Yeah, all right. Yeah, okay. John second. Please go on with it.
So before we start, given the auspicious day that we have today, extra consideration will be given to anyone who makes some reference to elections or votes or parties. And also, if you can't be bothered with that, independence and the 4th of July. Or not it.
5 seconds left.
No, start the time now. I haven't prepared anything, mainly because it doesn't matter what crap I say. Anyway, for Tom's benefit, I'm a personal business mentor. But the other reason I haven't prepared anything is because I'm taking a day off today because I've been told by NatWest that I've got to. As some of you know, due to working with Sarah Steele, I've now become an employee of NatWest, and I got an email from them saying, our records show, we've got in contact to remind you to take your full holiday entitlement for the year ending 31st of December. I've done 1 day's work this year. Our records show that you're on rolled-up holiday pay and will have been paid for any holiday pay in advance, therefore will receive no additional pay when you take your leave. Although it doesn't affect you financially, it's important to make arrangements to take your annual leave entitlement and have time off to ensure a good work-life balance. So I'm just doing what I'm told by my employer, and I'm taking a day off today, and Monday as well actually. And also practicing what I preach and have a good work-life balance. That's Toby Axon, pole position, not doing much at the moment.
Thank you very much, Toby. John, you're next, and you're followed by Chris.
Good morning, everybody. I'm John Cannon from JMH Technology. As you all know, we provide security systems. I'll tell you a bit about my working week last week. Monday, we were in Jersey, talking to the ports of Jersey. We do a lot of work over there, and we were doing their training for their new installation on the Elizabeth Terminal, which they're carrying out. That was a nice little order for us. On Tuesday, still in Jersey, we're now working for the Department of Infrastructure and doing their training and their software training. They're expanding their access control system Ireland-wide, so they can use the Soto card everywhere. One card, no more keys. On Wednesday, we're installing barbed wire in Belgium.
in the blistering heat.
which was no from whatsoever. On Thursday and Friday, we're in Amsterdam, installing access control and automatic operating. And that's me. That's my working week. That's John Hammond from JMH Technology. Applied Technologies and Security.
Truly international. Thank you very much, John. Chris, your name followed by Melissa.
Good morning, everybody. Christmas Referrals Affairs offers every week. This week, another really good one. There's so many different offers coming through at the moment. I have to keep looking down. You have to keep reading it. It's a 12-night cruise on the 8th of October. £959 per person, which is really good, and it's all inclusive. So you get everything. It's an ocean view cabin. So you get on to Southampton. You take in La Coruna, Spain, Norte Cadiz, Malaga, Cartagena, Palma in Mallorca, Valletta in Malta, Messina in Sicily, Salerno in Italy, Civitavecchia, and then Rome, where you get off, fly back to London, £959 per person, full food, all drinks included, ocean view cabin is £1,099, so just a bit more, it's based on 2 adults, and on the ship you've got everything, as always, casino, shows, shops, auctions, there's even an auction room, pool, sports hall, miniature golf, cinema, and a lot more. That's pretty good value for a cruise. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Chris. I forgot to mention in my excitement of it being a sunny day and you all turning up to announce that the box is coming round for you to put your bits of paper in, and also the business card box. Check it, make sure you are adequately represented. Tom, if you've got your card with you and you want to send it around, please do. Right. Sorry about that. Let's get on with it. Melissa, you are next. You're followed by Matt.
Good morning, everybody. Mr. Jackson, licensed consultant and practitioner. So I was just going to tell you today about the 1 week and what's been going on. So I had disqualification proceedings against the director, dealing with the insolvency service, and speaking to them about what steps they're likely to take. I've had a new creditor's voluntary liquidation. It's actually for a printing company, not Vince's, tonight. I've been dealing with an overdrawn director's loan account and negotiating a settlement with the director regarding bank matter. And in addition, I've been dealing with my 7-year anniversary event, which I'm holding at Heron Golf Club next week, Wednesday. Tina's been assisting me with that. Vince has produced some new pens for me and some new business cards. And Mike is also going to be doing the videoing and some photography, so I'm really looking forward to that. And I'll tell you more about it next time here.
Thank you, Melissa. Matt, you're next, and you're followed by Brian.
Good morning, everyone. Matt Barry. I've now spoken to a number of you, in fact, all of you. And the launch of Creative Cove, my little project for this summer, has come. Had a soft launch last weekend at the Venture Centre in Brentwood, but now this Sunday, or this Saturday, is the main launch. We've got the mayor himself coming down to cut a bit of ribbon. But it's a fantastic place where young creatives can go, work with artists, they can work with creative professionals, and a number of you have also offered to do some talks, which will happen hopefully over the course of the summer. So it's something that's really close to my heart, something I'm passionate about upskilling young people, getting better involvement between schools and creative businesses, and hopefully this is the start of a project that will see a legacy within Brentwood and the surrounding area to really promote young creative talent. So thank you.
Brian, you are followed by James.
Morning, everybody. Brian, hypnotherapist, hypnotherapy. She's a young lady and she has the dreaded IBS. She works in a small office. There's one toilet for men and women. And her fear is when she makes one of her frequent visits to the toilet, it will be occupied. And when she's at home, there is no such fear because she has access to the toilet whenever she wishes, and the reduction of visits is down from about 7 to 2. So she's quite normal when she's at home. So rather states that anxiety exasperates IBS. And I have a few more sessions. I'm sure you get over it, but you probably sort of avoid the obvious statement of saying that we go through the motions. You can say, I have reformed. Thank you. Help us just, thank you very much. Take you with me. Help us just a phone call away.
Thank you, Brian. James, you're followed by Neil.
Morning, I'm James from Brown Insurance, general insurance brokers. So we were doing most things. Property owners in particular at the moment. I'm spending a lot of time on property owners' policies, especially portfolios. The insurers have done another little rejig on their postcoding areas. So subsidence excesses are going through the roof for a lot of insurers. Flood excesses are increasing a great deal, or they're just excluding the cover completely. And the way they tell you this is on page 7 at the bottom, and no one gets to page 2, let alone page 7. So hopefully your broker's looking at it for you. So if anyone's got property owners, especially portfolios, send them my way, because we're even having to split portfolios up into 2 or 3 different portfolios to get the right insurer. So it's taking a lot of time, but worth it for the client, and if the client's happy, they pay us, so we're happy. Still interested in anything with regards to scaffolders, roofers, cladding contractors. One of my clients sent me an email yesterday, a picture with a big swollen face. He fell off his scaffolding and used his face to try and cushion the blow. My immediate response was, hope you're okay, but more importantly, did you land on anything or anyone? He didn't, so his policy is fine. He's okay. James, Brown Insurance.
Thank you, James. Neil, you're followed by Vince.
Hi everyone, Neil from Any Event Catering. We're in Crazy Town at the moment, so we are almost back to back on mega events that often, like the Shark Ninja last weekend, Pub in the Park, Chiswick, which was 22,000 people, and then we've got the pop-up restaurant at Blenheim Palace happening in about 3 weeks' time. Crazy town. Oslo's now been confirmed, Copenhagen's now been confirmed, so we're back to being an international company. That's it, because I spent last weekend in New York. I haven't got anything to brag about apart from I was in New York last weekend. So that's it, Neil from Any Event Catering, and I'll catch you all next time. Thank you.
Thanks, Neil. Vincent, I take it you've just been in the village, have you?
So,
You're good.
it's Vincent from Speed Brentwood Village. Let's talk about notepads this week. They're a fantastic way of getting in front of potential clients. They're great for board meetings, they're great for networking events, they're great for customer giveaways, all different sizes, 25 or 50 in a pad with a hard back. Now, always remember that notepads get you noticed. Noticed. See what I did there? Now I wrote this on the way here, so bear with me. If you want someone at number 10, don't cast your vote bad. If you can't decide who you want, then you'll need a speak print notepad. I'm here all week.
Are you driving? Thank you very much, Vince. Mike, you're next, and you're followed by Ben.
Good morning everyone, Mike at Blackwater Media. So I provide video photography and drone content for businesses and events, as most people know. Work with your media needs for your company, whether it's website content, testimonials and talking heads, training and safety videos, even a good old-fashioned advert that you put out there. Maybe you're looking for formal headshots for your team, or maybe more casual ones from the team day out. Or you want eye-catching pictures for your trade stand, displays or printed media. Today's a great day to go out there and make a change to the media you've got online. Don't be the one looking silly, caught out in the rain. Get good quality media. Come to me at Blackwater Media. Thank you.
Right. I was going to start noting all that down and gave up. But you'll get a mention. But Ben next. And Paul is next.
Good morning guys, Ben Golding from Utility Warehouse. Now we already offer the cheapest energy available in the UK, and updated areas can get full fibre broadband absolutely free for the first 6 months, and now we've made our mobiles even better. Now there's 111 million mobile subscriptions in the UK, which averages out around 4 handsets per household. As well as giving unlimited data on the UK's best network, we're now giving our multi-SIM families an extra savings, where they can get 2 unlimited SIMs from just £15.50 a month, 3 from £13, and 4 from £11.75. So, I'm now going to ask a very cheeky favour, and I need your help because I'm very close to a significant promotion within my business, and I need to help a couple more people. So, I would like your help to put me in touch with anybody that would like a non-obligated chat to see if I can help them to save money with the UK's cheapest, most trusted, and most recommended utility company. Ben Golding, Utility Warehouse.
Paul, you're next, followed by Clarence.
Morning all, Paul from Solitaire Plumbing and Heating. We've reluctantly decided to do the install a home show at London Excel end of September. We're going to utilise services of Vince, hopefully Scott and Matt as well, anyone else that can help. We want banners, pens and goodie bags to give away, pencils and branded stuff. We want an iPad or a laptop that customers can enter their information that gets pinged out to us. But the idea is that we're just going to offer education on renewable energy, air conditioning, anything like that. Obviously we can offer plumbing and heating as well, but we're not really going to focus on that. But also a massive thanks to everyone here really. Without your help I'd never ever be able to do anything like this, ever. So yeah, thank you very much. Paul from Solitaire, big enough to trust, small enough to care. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. Clara, you're followed by Stuart.
Hey, Clara Downton from Downton Mortgages and Financial Services. Today, I've been knowing what to cover because there's been a few different things that have come up recently, but decided I should mention equity release because I don't mention it terribly often. Been helping a couple of clients recently with equity release. The beauty that a lot of clients feel with equity release is if you're a little bit older, you have some funds, but you maybe don't have enough to really enjoy the life that you want to, then you can get a drawdown fund. So I've got a client who's taking just £10,000 initially. They just want a little bit to fund a little bit of a nice holiday, get a few savings back into the bank accounts. They feel everything's a little bit tighter than they'd like. But then we've got them a further £90,000 over the next however long they need it. They don't have to ever use it, won't cost them a penny if they don't use it, but he has a form of dementia and they are concerned about future care costs. And so now they know that if they do need those funds, they're there, they can pull them without any further checks other than a chat with their lender, and they know that they've got this security blanket to take them forward in the future. So just a sort of thought, if you know anyone who potentially just needs a little bit more funds in retirement, then it's just a really great idea to think through. So that's Clara Downton Mortgages and Financial Services.
Thank you, Clara. Stuart, you're followed by Blake.
Morning everybody, Stuart at Big Networks. On Saturday, I was at the Hot Stock Festival in Chelmsford, getting my rave on. Picture that. It's fascinating, but I was some great acts, great music, and a great day. I also spent, a little bit sad, quite a lot of time trying to sniff people behind the scenes. And it's quite interesting to see the amount of infrastructure that goes behind those kind of events that we don't normally get to see. Everybody at the bar, all of our staff, having handheld PDQ payment machines, all struggling to get their Wi-Fi signals. And actually then seeing different engineers come around, putting different access points in, trying to get them all connected to the internet. We provide those type of services. Okay. Obviously, we all think of hardwired, fibre or copper internet, but if you're doing large events in open spaces, there are other options, satellites, wireless signal connections. Okay. We provide business internet. We provide those kind of services in any location that you need it. Anywhere it is, we can get you fibre or fibre grade services. So please, if you know anyone who's running events like that, maybe a bit of helping, it's on a slightly smaller scale. Please, Stuart at LB Networks. Thank you.
I heard that. I was at home, but I heard it.
That was me.
Right, and Blake is next. He's followed by Andy.
Morning everyone, Blake from Ammo House. You'll go to Essex Outdoor Clothing Equipment Supplier. It's meant to be summer. It's meant to be. So I'm going to talk about the camping stuff we offer. Not widely talked about, but we can supply your tents, sleeping bags, sleeping mats, cooking equipment, festival camping sets, ration packs, water bottles, jerry cans, everything to do with camping we can supply you. So if anyone knows anyone that's going camping and needs gear, point them in my direction. And also, today, anyone wants to appear on my thank you for the business cards, slips, I'm selling the gliders for 50p. So you can embrace your World War II fanatic of the aeroplanes and get all 50p. Thank you.
It's useful for the rest. And good referrals. And if you're lucky, you get the forms. It says, it looks nice. Right, moving on. Andy, you're followed by the ad.
Hi, Andy from Fly Water. Second week in business, so it's been a bit of a roller coaster. Started off being sacked by my company the day after I left them. Oh. Which is an interesting letter. First week, full week of work. So this week has obviously suffered and I've got no work this week. So the roller coaster of opening a new business is fully in swing. But I got a reference from a school that I did for my first job. Said, as a new school, we use flow tidings to carry out our leads and risk assessment. And from the very start, I was impressed with how thorough, professional, but personal the service we received was. I would definitely recommend them and the trading service they offer. So I was a lot cheaper than everyone else, I was a lot quicker than everyone else, and I was a lot more personal than everyone else. So I'll take these three things. Hopefully the work will come in from that. Andy can flow tiding.
Thank you, Andy. And good luck as you go forward. Leanne, you're next, and you're followed by Terry.
Good morning, everybody. Now, you all know that I'm Leanne from Brooklyn Interiors, and I'm dedicated to transforming busy lives with eccentric spaces. But it's not just about fluffing cushions and making everywhere look pretty at the end of it. It also comes down to the planning, which is right at the very beginning of any redesign or renovation. So that's planning sort of your colours, do you need plug sockets moved, do you need plumbing done? It's down to everything, and having that plan in place stops you from wasting money, it saves time, and it will save you lots and lots of stress. So if you are planning something and you haven't got the time to do all the planning, call me and I'll give you a hand and we'll get it done nice and easy. So that's Leanne at Brooklyn Interiors.
Thank you, Leanne. Right, Terry, you're next, and you're followed by Jane.
Thanks very much, Ray. Good morning, everybody. Terry Mailing from TM Law. For the benefit of time, I'll sue anyone for anything. Not my strap line, but just so you know. A couple of weeks ago, I had my 10 minutes and I spoke about mediation. Well, it came to pass this week. I had two clients, both of whom have been sued. One is a hairdresser who's been sued for a dodgy perm, and the other one is a freight forwarding company who've been sued by, I'm not quite sure, it's quite technical, but anyway. I'm defending both the claims for them, but I've also pointed them both in the direction of mediation. They love the sound of it. Stress-free, relatively cheap and quick. So they really like that, and so now I'm pushing the other side to try and get this in mediation. So we've got two cases I'm defending, but hopefully we'll have two cases I'm dealing with by mediation, and the people who are running the businesses can get on with running their business rather than fighting this case for the next 18 months or 2 years and spend tens of thousands of pounds doing it. So if you know any businesses that are involved in a dispute and you think there might be a better way to resolve it, i.e. mediation, you know who to refer them to. Terry Magan and TM Law.
Terry, Jane, you're followed by Scott.
Hello everybody, Jane from the English Green Tea Company. We deliver afternoon tea hampers all over the country, marvellous gifts. So Toby, I heard you. We elect to put a lot of labour into creating afternoon tea hampers, which could be considered traditional or conservative to some, but we're liberal with the cakes and the jams and the treats, and they're sent out in green ethos packaging that we've reformed over the years. So whether you want these goodies for a monster raving loony party with a Sakir Royale, or just as a snack, Either delivered to you in the AM or in fact the PM. No need to search left, right and centre for other gifts. The English green tea hampers should get your vote every time.
Thank you, James. Thanks, James.
Yeah, thanks for that, good morning, Scott from Eseyo, your friendly, plain English speaking website designer. I'm going to attempt to be nice and conservative with my time. Rather than deliver a 10-minute presentation today, I'm going to deliver a short lecture titled Understanding Google in 3 Different Ways. Enjoy.
Thank you, Scott. Tina, you are next. You're followed by...
My name is Tina. I'm from Liberty Executive Services. I offer a secretarial and admin service. I'm not going to talk about what today's talk today is. I'm going to talk about anybody that needs to organise an event, want to take their clients out for the day, but haven't got the time to organise it. That's where I can come in. I can search whatever event you'd like to do, and I can make sure that it runs smoothly for you. So if you know anybody that wants to take their clients out for the day, please pass my details and I'll be happy to help. So that's me, Tina, Liberty Executive Services. Not 9 to 5 on now.
That's a bit,
Morning.
Morning.
Couldn't quite get the SMP in there, did you?
Does it matter?
No. I've had a good dozen conversations this week, even one this morning in this very room, about what Labour will do to our pensions. They're going to raid our pensions and tax our tax-free cash. Now, the correct answer to that, when people ask me about this, I don't know. No one knows what they're going to do, because nobody said anything, have they? But my own personal view is they won't do that, for 2 reasons. Firstly, well, I've got 2 points to say. Firstly, it'll be a massive vote loser. Right, they'll get in now, but if they do that, that's going to be a big nail in the coffin for losing another election in 5 years' time. Because our pensions are precious and we love them and we've been saving all these years. And to start taxing that bit will be a massive vote. Also, I think in the unlikely event they did do it, I think they'd have to protect what's there already. So the tax-free cash should be accumulated up to today, and that'll be all right, and maybe there'll be a new regime going on forward. But I don't think they'll do anything else. So don't worry about it. And fortunately, this isn't being recorded. So when you realise I've got this completely wrong, there'll be no evidence.
Didn't announce myself because I knew it was me next. English Faculty and Law. So the Jenny Letty is now upon us. And I thought I'd reflect on how I operate. My advice and approach to a client is always to point out the downside, the risk. So I'm essentially conservative. I try to give as much advice and information as I can so that they can balance the decision, and therefore I'm very liberal with my advice. I amend documents frequently in any transaction. Often I deal with a lot of amendments, and the non-legal term for that is I reform them. I have to forage around a bit for that, but do I enjoy what I do? Yes. I regard it as a labour of love, and it makes lots of people green with envy. You didn't get green in, did you? I do not know what would be, how that would be viewed independently, but they probably think I've got mental health issues, and that would make me a loony, monster raving loony. Currently, we're in troubled waters. Will there be somebody afterwards who can steer calm?
Thank you.
That leaves Paul Booth.
Morning, Paul Booth from Booth & Co, Chartered Certified Accountants. New government means changes in taxes. Probably the most likely change in tax is capital gains tax. So for buy-to-let properties, 18% or 24%, which is very low
compared to 45% top rates of tax. Been dealing with lots of buy-to-let sales and tax decorations. Also been doing a lot of referrals from Sarah Steele, where she worked for Cushion Group. Lots of the employees and higher paid individuals working for them have sold their shares, so we've been dealing with the capital gains on the sale of shares. So today, I'm looking for anyone who needs any capital gains tax work or advice. Paul Booth, and Coping, nice tax. That's my job.
Excuse me. Thank you very much, Paul. That's all of the members' contributions. Tom, you were still
I'm the fresh meat. Right, good morning, everybody. I'm Tom Gibson from Gibson Osteopathy. You may or may not be familiar with what an osteopath does. Very similar to physio, but it's hands-on. A lot of NHS physio now is a 4 or 5 month wait for a printout, which you can get from Google. So if you're suffering with aches, pains, and troubles, such as carpal tunnel, shoulder issues, hips and knee replacements that have been delayed, obviously the generic neck and back issues, sciatica included. My clinic is in Langdon. I've been practicing now for 12 years, graduated from Oxford Brookes in 2012, and then more of a COVID pivot. I used to work at the Basel Sporting Village, working with Olympians and professional footballers and general public convention for about 5 to 101. But then when COVID, Boris Johnson shut the gym down, I had to quickly pivot. I've relocated to the South Wales Business Park, which is fantastic, very near to Langdon Hills and Dunton. Client base of anything between RM, SS, CM postcode. But yeah, if you're looking for hands-on treatment either for yourself, your loved ones, or if possibly it's not a corporate package, I do work with some companies, and do let me know. I'm Gibson Osteopathy in London.
Thank you, Tom. Right, that is it. End of the 60th round. So, to Toby for the award of the Oscar.
Well, there are a few references to today's election from Vince, but the rest of it was crap. Jane, obviously, Howard, Scott, Aidan, Paul. Brian. Yeah, I don't want to encourage you, to be honest. I thought Paul's was very good. Talked about the helpful group. I love Matt's, but sorry, Aidan. You know, oh, you could have gone the whole apocalypse thing with Labour taking over, and you missed the opportunity there.
Well done, Joe. Thanks for dealing with that, Toby. And we are now ready to move on. We move on by having the meeting secretaries report. Scott.
Right, okay. One gentle, easy request, please. As you fill in your forms around the table, do push a bit harder with the pen. The bit that I get to read is the green bit, which is the third sheet down. So there are some, most I can read, but there are several that I can't read. Which means I think there's about £17,000 worth of business recorded today. Could be more, could be less, because some of the numbers are just illegible on the bottom. So that's 17k of business concluded amongst us during the week, and 18 new referral opportunities shared. There's no special treatment for any of the members. So Terry, I've got a note written here on my sheet that Mumson produced for me. It says, Terry didn't state the money for ex-member on his 20th of July thing. He put in a show me the money card. Thank you, Terry. You've got to actually put the money on it. Naughty, could you read it, please?
Suing July.
Suing, yeah. On the 20th of July, so all of our stats are always a week.
Yeah.
On the last one we did.
ahead.
June. Yeah, but that's just a bit of paper. On the actual show me the money online.
No, I think that's a programming error. I shouldn't be able to do that.
Defamation.
He's making notes here, Scott.
Yeah. Right. Okay, we'll move on to the next part of the meeting, which is, of course, the 10-minute presentation. Ben, take it away.
Thank you very much. Well, before I introduce today's speaker, just give you a update for the rest of July. So, obviously, next week on the 11th of July, Tina will be doing the 10 minutes and education provided by Mr. Paul Booth. On the 18th, Toby doing the education. Toby doing the 10 minutes, and I'll be doing the education slot that day. And the 25th, Paul. Both it's your 10 minutes, and Nick will be doing the ed slot. And then finally, into August, 1st of August, Matt will be doing the 10 minutes, and Scott will get you to do the ed slot that day. Thank you very much. When it is your turn to do the 10 minutes, please download the bio sheet if you can, give it to me a day or two, or bring it to the meeting. And if you can't do your 10 minutes of ed slot, let me know as soon as possible. Do your best to swap things around. And please try and remember that it's 8 minutes for a presentation to allow 2 minutes for questions, and don't forget a speaker's prize. So today we have Scott Griffiths of Eseyo. Website design and SEO, of which he's the top dog. Working from home in Brentwood, but the clients go worldwide. So a couple of things here that Scott's put down. A well-known problem that needs fixing. Very apt is politics. Favourite holiday location and why? The Caribbean. He just loves it there. With £1 million cash, you would see previous answer, so obviously the Caribbean. And finally, an excellent thing that Scott has done, obviously created the Essex Business Forum. So please put your hands together for Scott Griffiths.
So, like Stuart, I've delivered probably close to 50 or 60 of these 10-minute presentations now over the years. I'm so crazy busy at the moment with work, thanks to you lots. Yesterday, I received a referral talking internationally from the Cayman Islands for a piece of work that we were scheduling in for September. So that's how busy we are. Which is why I'm not asking you for work this morning. I just thought I'd use the 10 minutes to help you and help you understand Google. So, understanding Google in 3 ways. But before I do that, the real quick potted history of me. Studied at university, I was a 3D animator. When Toy Story was being made back in the early 90s, I was studying as a 3D animator, did that for a few years. Came out, I became the internet manager for that animation company. Then I moved back to Stock and ran an internet company there in the late 90s. And as the parent company folded when the dot-com bubble burst, the owners of that company said, we've gone bust, but why don't you take the website design company and start on your own stock, which is what I did. Ran my own company for a few years. Then I found a business partner. We formed a company and created essentially a mini blue serif little agency with about 10 of us. Ran that for about 10 years. And then about 10 years ago, decided, actually, we never fell out. We just had a difference of opinion around the future. Went back to being me. Just me on my own, and of course, Mumsy, who does my books. But essentially, that was when Eseyo was born, and I've been running that for about 12 years, I think now. So that's the history of me. I'm going to attempt to say 3 different ways of understanding Google. Part 1 is as a user, how to get the best results from your Google searches that you do. Part 2 is as a content creator, how to create pages that actually stand a chance of showing up in search results. And part 3 is as a website owner, understanding how Google manages your content and what you can do about it. So part 1, how can you become an effective Google user and effective searcher? Google's point, its purpose is to deliver relevant, authoritative, interesting search results that answer the question you give to it. So, stupid in, stupid out. If you ask a daft question, you're going to get a non-useful answer. So the best way really to ask good questions. There are about 200 different factors that determine how ranking works for a web page. Google constantly evaluates trillions of web pages and gives each page a score. And as I say, there's 200 factors determining what your score is. Some of those things will be, it's on a slow server, so you get crap points. Some of those things will be, you've got loads of really massive images. Others might be, you've got lots of other websites that link to you, so you get bonus points. Lots of good, lots of bad influences on here. So when you're searching, some top tips. Be specific and add detail when you're Googling something. If you Google boiler service, don't expect to get a useful result out of that. It's going to really help you find what you're looking for. But think more like boiler servicing in Brentwood would help bring in relevant search results to me. What about top-rated boiler service companies in Brentwood? That's going to help me get a much better set of results where I'm going to get the good companies, not just any old bloke that's promoting his boiler service on Google. So be specific in what you ask for. Use quotes in your searches. So if I Googled, what did I write in here? Debt recovery solicitor in Whitford. With our quotes around that, I'm going to get results for debt recovery solicitor, solicitor in Whitford, and debt recovery solicitor in Whitford, and any mixture of all of those things, because I've asked Google to evaluate that entire block of words. If I put quotes around debt recovery solicitor in Brentwood, then it's going to be specific. And those results that it gives me are going to be bang on exactly what I'm after. I don't care about matrimonial law, I don't care about those other things. I'm looking for a debt recovery solicitor. So think about how you search those. Negative keywords. That really helps to refine what you're looking for. So let's assume I'm looking for cruise holidays, and I type cruise holidays in minus Tom. So I don't want to see holiday pictures of Tom Cruise on holiday. I want to see cruise holiday pictures. That would help eliminate the crap out of your search. So if you don't want something that has free or discount or whatever, minus keywords in your search. So that's Google as a user, some top tips from that. Part two is as a content creator. First thing, before you start creating any content, stop and think about keyword research. So what is it that your customers actually want? What is the question your customers are asking Google so that you can deliver a result that is of use to you? So go through that exercise of listing out the top things, and we were chatting with Paul, and I hope he doesn't mind. I gave Paul that task a couple of weeks ago, asked him to give me the top 20 prioritised list of keyword searches, and Paul's first response was some boiler service type answers, and that's not really what people are looking for. They're not looking for burst pipe or boiler service, they're looking for someone, they're asking a question. So if we can pose those kind of understandings around his content and create content that answers those, we then have a list of 20 or more search phrases and questions that his customers are going to ask. We need to make sure there's a page on the website that answers each of those. And if you haven't got a page on your website that answers one of those questions, that's called a content strategy. Make a blog post, write a case study, answer those questions. That's how we do it. But what does good content look like according to Google? So first of all, it's unique. It's not nicked from someone else or plagiarised or whatever. It's unique and it's your content, your take on something. Try not to use AI. AI is wonderful, it's brilliant. Content used to be king. Now content is free, cheap and easy. Algorithmically, Google can tell AI content. It's easy to get. Use the tool, but use it and make it your own. Be careful about too much AI. There's a real technique around it. A minimum of 300 words. Lots of pages really don't say very much. 300 words plus 600 words is what Google considers to be interesting, valuable, useful content. It's actually quite a lot of content. Links to other websites. People get scared of having a link to someone else's website on their page, but Google rewards people that do that. Pages with links on are not a dead end. They're not an orphaned stop on the internet. They're a useful resource. And good pages have social shares, and they have other websites linking to them. But those things are a whole different There you go. The last part about content creation in part 2, understand competitiveness. If the search terms that you're looking for, if accountant in Brentwood is a really, really difficult search term, let's just be realistic about your opportunity to achieve page 1 rankings for that, and perhaps we'll find a more niche search term, concentrate our marketing on something you can achieve, and generate traffic that's realistic, that you can make work for your business. So that's understanding as a content creator. Understanding Google as a website owner. You're all familiar how many times I've talked about having Google Analytics on your website. So you can look and see who's coming to your website, what they're doing, what they're looking at. But the product no one knows or uses very much is another product called Google Search Console. And this is the technical window into what Google knows about your website, what it's prepared to tell you about what it knows about your business. So if you have 100 pages on your website, you've published 100 pages, that does not mean you have 100 pages in Google. Google will come and take a look at your site. If you tell it that your site exists, it will come. Otherwise, it will just find it in the network most of the time. But if you explain to Google, here's my 100 pages, please come and have a look, it will then form an opinion. It will read those pages and it will decide which ones it thinks are high quality content that might be useful in the index, and it will choose to include some of them. So you should look and see how many of your pages are actually included in the Google search result. And the ones that aren't, why not? Are they excluded because Google thinks they are duplicate content stolen from somewhere else? Is there a technical reason? Is it a slow server, or can it just not get to those pages because there's a problem that can be fixed? Does your website have a penalty? If your website is HTTP and not HTTPS, you've already got penalty on your website. You're never going to appear on the first page of Google. But there are other ways. If you've been caught by Google cheating, doing dodgy SEO tactics and promoting things the wrong way, you can see if your site has a penalty imposed on it and you're not ranking, and you can deal with that. So make sure you get all of those things checked. Conscious I've run out of time. So that is 3 ways to understanding Google. Hopefully you're better as a Google user, from a personal user point of view, as a website owner and manager. Hope that makes sense. Thank you.
Kids? Well done. Is there a word count facility on WordPress?
No.
And is the 100, 500 words or 600 words, is that throughout the site or just on the first page?
So forget site. Site doesn't care. It's a page. Google cares about pages. Every page is individual. So you shouldn't have a site that talks about printing. You should have one page that talks about funeral booklets, one page that talks about business cards, one that talks about it. Because it's the pages that the answer to Google search.
Sure. When you mentioned about linking off to other sites, and obviously I get that most business owners are, if I put a link on there, it's going to take people off my site. But sometimes when you click on a link, it will take you to that site. Other times it'll open another tab on your browser.
Yeah, do that.
And yeah, is that your control?
Web design controls that.
Your web design controls.
Yeah, so as you create the link, as we're building those pages, I just put a little extra piece of code in that says target equals new. It just spawns up a new tab.
Right, okay.
And that would be my advice, absolutely. Yeah. Otherwise, you can very easily lose that visitor.
Yeah.
Just pop up another tab, your site's still there.
Yeah,
it's the best way. Okay. James.
On that minus keywords,
yes.
On Twitter, IPTV advertised massively on any football club. And we've got our own fans on there as well, it's not the Premier League. So I've tried doing that minus IPTV and it didn't work, so I must be putting it in wrong.
So on Google, that's how it works. On Twitter, sir.
It does on Twitter, but is it?
But normally,
the sign and then a space, or the sign no space.
Yeah, or no space, and you can also put quotes around it if it's more than one word. Give it a try, but that is the technique.
Howard.
How do you envisage Google incorporating AI into their search engine products? Or do you see it being separate from them as well?
It's continually evolving. You know, the algorithms are machine learning, which is AI for years. So yeah, it's one of those things. it's going to get smarter. There are developments in it at the minute. I'll be completely honest and say I can't recall the latest announcement around it, but it's only ever going to become. We still need to be remembering it's humans first. So we're delivering content for humans to understand. So we've got to. That's the primary focus. Make sure it's answering not bots but humans. Thank you.
I've noticed using keywords on TikTok, which is slightly different, that often the keyword is something misspelt, and enough people have misspelt it, and it's become a keyword at the same time. So when you have a word like fountain, that people might write downtown, or Marion, I'm often Marion and so on, is it worth...
That's a real big word strategy, absolutely. So thinking about being able to rank for downtown may be very complex and you might not be able to achieve that, but downtown, yeah, you need to consider creating all of that content to cover off all of those different opportunities and things that, I mean, Google is smart now, it understands plurals, it understands the intent of a search. So if you're talking about airsoft guns, it will understand if your search relates to buying something or finding out about it or using it. It's pretty clever, but if you can answer the question in your content, make your content really explain what type of intent it's all about. It's hoping to help you understand it. So, Mark,
similarly, is it considered good practice, black hat or white hat, to put competitors' names in your meta tags?
Bad practice. Bad. I wouldn't do that at all. Those meta tags is a difficult thing. There is some relevance. No, that sort of thing.
That, obviously, some people do it. You Google one company, another company comes up.
Yeah, there are better ways of doing that, but that one I would advise against.
You used to put the name of the competitor in white on a white background, so it wasn't seen, but if anyone typed them in.
So when I talked about having a penalty imposed on your site, that's the kind of thing. White text on a white background. Yeah. White text on a white background or hidden content is a penalty factor. It's one of those reasons it's very easy to get that penalty imposed on your site. Play the rules, play nice is what you need to do.
Very much. Thank you very much. Do the running as you're wandering around to do. We'll start as usual with the normal corner. Let's work our way round.
Yeah, well, otherwise,
at least, yeah.
Well done, Neil, as well. Excellent. Thank you, and welcome, Tom. Hope to see you come again and maybe join as well.
Thank you, my yes, and ex-member of the meeting.
Well, Scott, that was great as always. That's for Aidan. A lady came to see me yesterday, Aidan, about estate planning. I think she needs to speak to her sister first. Right. I'll give you a bit more info. All I'm asking a private question.
Thank you, Scott. Yes, I've seen many of those. Now, feel like you learn something when you stand up and see those. I refer over to you for the 12-month hosting.
Yes, thank you very much.
That's already underway. Tom, nice to see you. Come to us again.
Thank you, Scott. It's half a number of years. I always learned something. When I learned today, I didn't actually put a minus to cut out. I was looking for something about holiday actually yesterday. I kept getting the same thing over and over again. Okay, thank you. Lovely top. Nice to see you again. Meeting. Well done, big man.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Yeah. See you next week.
Yeah, say I might call it was.
My state here didn't very handsome, it's actually fantastic. But no, I think yeah, really nice to be here actually. It's a really nice group, it's actually getting quite light-hearted. I'm sort of new to networking, but I have tried others, and this is so far my favourite. Slaver, of course, but no, fantastic, yeah.
Thank you.
Good to start, Neil, as always. I love that 10 minutes. Just even the quotes, things in quotes. I've always wondered how to do. Perfect, perfect. Aidan, thank you for the business. I think I've worked pretty hard as well, yeah. Yeah. And also a referral to Vincent for pens. And hopefully I'm bits. I don't know what else you can do. Really. Thank you very much.
Yeah, well done, Scott. Very interesting, and I'll leave all that to Scott because getting to the right message and know what you're doing, eh? And you've got one or two examples in the past of people who have used the black arts and it's not turned out well. So I'll leave it to someone who knows what they do. But thank you for the information today. And well done, Neil. Pretty uplifting. Enjoyed it. Thank you very much. And welcome to Tom. Hope to see you again. We look around the room at the demographics with lots of business just around the table. And one testimony for Jane, who did an afternoon tea hamper to some clients. And they're absolutely delighted, Jane. Thank you. Friday afternoon, spot on, right time, right there with levels. Thank you very much.
Thank
Scott, I know we're in the process of starting all that, being one of the younger ones. I think I know about technology, but I'm absolutely Griffiths. So, Neil, always good as well. Tom, I'm probably the newest one here, so I'm just in front of you. So, yes, it's really good for me. So, hopefully to see you again. I'll see you all next week.
Yeah, good meeting Neil. Thanks for the pep talk. If only serves to get rid of the OnlyFans girl and IPTV, which saved me hours on Twitter. John, well, my big pin was the meeting every Thursday to play football on a Thursday, on Wednesday night. So when you join and you do the 10 minutes, I'll sit there and you can break me. Listen, can I catch up with you? Can I catch up with you afterwards, and you as well after your 2 seconds? I need to speak to you as well. So don't run away. See you all next week.
Great meeting. Great essay.
Sorry. Okay. Referrals today.
Always one.
Got carried away with those, didn't
You were doing the minors and you doing the class.
This is minus, you said.
Oh, I don't want.
As I say what you're doing as well,
Great essay, Neil. Worked with you quite a bit, Scott, now on my website. Fantastic work for us, thank you. Nice to see you, Tom. Hopefully you join. I could definitely do the way over my back, so hopefully you join and get that sorted. This is going to take me a second. Thank you for the monies. Yeah. Thank you for the money to Scott. Thank you for the money to Scott. Thank you for the money to Aidan. Thank you for the money for John, for Reese. John for Perry, Scott for S of UK, Scott for S of UK, Chris, Toby, John Reese again, John T-shirts, and John Perry again. Thank you very much. See you next week. My plan for the.
Am I giving any of that out?
You might get all, yeah?
I've been taking greening off you just in case. No.
Scott, what you want to do your bit?
Tom, my daughter was playing netball in the World Netball Games this week, so she goes around. So come here and chat. Yeah. Great 10 minutes.
I've got these ready for later, so I didn't want to put them down because it's anyway. Lots of referrals. I'll save it, Blake, for the 5 plays.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Two people to thank for this week: Jane for the cream tea for my daughter-in-law, who they thoroughly enjoyed it and they're still eating it. And Paul, for your excellent help and your very efficient system of signing people up for your care plan. It was excellent, really good, very efficient. And of course, Jack came over, who you know, and he sorted out the board and everything. So yeah, good from both. Yeah, I'll keep it ready for you. We move on all the way around. Carry on.
Neil, loved that. The start was off really nicely. That was really uplifting as well. Absolutely loved it. So well done. Great 10 minutes. Yeah, I never knew that about even I said about the minus. Then I think, oh, he deserves Burton covers the mark. I don't know why I'm doing that. Just
Difficult spot, isn't it?
I know. Just fancy a little dance, to be fair.
Easy stuff.
Yeah. No, brilliant 10 minutes. Well, it was absolute awesome. So we've got a referral there for
Matt.
For Blake, I'll have a fade. And a referral there for Matt. Thank you very much. See you next week. Oh, welcome, consultant.
Great Ed Slot here. Good. My green shirt.
I'm treating myself in New York.
Did you go to New York?
Yeah, I didn't put my kids anything.
Tom, I think you'll do very well. Right, I have a one-to-one with Tool Paul in a minute. Tool Paul and his team.
Yes.
Looking forward to that.
Thank you.
Thank you for the money to Howard for Michael Direct. And I've got thank you to money to ex-member, mainly Gil from Brentwood North Politics. I've produced a lovely site for Brentwood North Politics. Really, I'll show it off one week. Tina, I've got a referral. Someone needs to move out probably tonight. An R Sunak.
It's really good. 10 minutes. Great Ed Slot as well. Very good. Welcome, Tom. Hope to see you next week as well. I've got one here for Blake. I've got 3 of these for my nieces. Yeah. See you all next week.
Thank you, Neil. That was inspired. I'd like to see a transcript of that. You said it so quick, I couldn't write it down fast enough. I'd like to see it. Something there. Unless it's copyright. It's up to you.
Listen to the video.
Or watch the video. Scott, thank you very much for your. You helped me a little bit with that sort of strategy on one of my sites. Tom. Yes, you noticed. Special referral for Blake, done deal. No, received that. Just a little update on my grammar police Facebook group, which this morning I woke up to see that reached 100,000. 100,000? I'll find a way of monetising that.
Yeah, great 10 minutes. Scott does all our websites and everything else like that. Great education. I really enjoyed that. I've got a thank you to the money. I've lost my eyes. I know, I can't read it. Thank you to the money to Howard. Which then means referral to Scott for the web hosting.
Thank you very much.
I'll thank you to the money for an economic potentially good. Well, what they recommended to us. T-shirts from Blake. Oh, and the laptop bags. It was one mine. On the way back from Jersey. And I'll see you all next week.
Well, I know that was really good. Ed Slot and fantastic one from Scott, as ever. Always informative. Welcome to John, and just got one-to-one with Melissa. Yes, hold on. Excellent.
Yes, we mean Tom.
You mean Tom?
I didn't put Tom. What did I say?
Yeah, John.
I didn't write your name down here.
You know, I made a point to embarrass you.
Yeah.
I'm not over it.
Just trust me. Great 10 minutes.
Welcome.
See you
It's really good, thank you. I had no idea about the mine, so it's really going to help me because of cruises and stuff like that. Really good deal, fantastic, next lot. Welcome Tom, you're right. I'm not here next week, so I'll see you the week after. I'm going away tomorrow for a week, but fantastic. I'll see you all next week. Thank you.
Excellent meeting, welcome Tom. I'm currently seeing 2 physios
a Pilates instructor and a massage therapist. So I'm not but yeah, like sort of other people said, we get a lot of business here. We're all on kits. Yeah, great 10 minutes. Scott, I was another minus another. So I'm going to be using that one now. And thank you for the advice this morning. I've been able to regain access to my Gravasale account. So excellent. Good for that. And thank you for money. And a what's wrong for you? Yes. A referral for Leanne. A referral for Blake to inform Mags, please.
How many? Two.
Two, please. I'll stick them on the website.
Yeah.
And a referral to Blake for 4 of your planes, please. My grandsons are coming over from Dubai for 1 day next week. And they're bound to break one or another, so I'll have to. Oh, yeah, that's not. Excellent, thank you.
Nice to meet you, Tom. Great Ed slot. Thank you, really informative and really good 10 minutes. Thank you very much. I was doing most of it anyway, so you know about which I am. And I'm glad I got you in my corner now doing my website, so thank you very much. I haven't filled out a form, but there's a referral to Paul. One of my rented properties has a bit of leak, so you've been in and had a look. And I referred you to a few people on Facebook.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, cheers.
Yeah, great meeting. See you all next week.
Yeah, great 10 minutes and a lovely Ed slot. I have a thank you for the money to Aidan. And I actually forgot to put away the slip-in, so you can have that now. Right to Italian, I will put it into the system. And Mike, we've talked about videos for my website, so hopefully we can get that sorted in the next few weeks. I'm potentially moving in a couple of weeks, so this month's going to be busy. So yeah, but we'll get it sorted at some point. Great meeting, lovely to meet you, and yeah, thank you very much, everyone.
Lovely. So, Tom, you mentioned the magic word sciatica. You didn't mention bursitis.
Yes,
It's a given, thank you very much. Blake, could we have a quick chat after, please? Thank you very much. Neil, loved your food for thought, bit of philosophy in the morning, good way to start the day. Scott, that's fantastic. Also, I want to know if I'm right in Mediterranean cruise plus Tom.
Yeah.
And I've got my Ben. We're out of contract soon for electricity in Norwich. Is this the moment?
Yes.
There we go then. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear.
Fantastic meeting, great 10 minutes start, brilliant Ed slot. Really enjoyed that, resonated with me. I've got a referral to Mike for I'm really pleased with my new pens. If anyone would like one, Griffiths has put it up for me. Really nice to meet you, Scott. I'm sure that the services will be required. Thank you very much, everyone.
Right. Scott, come and do the door.
The cheapest little thing with a box wire.
I enjoy the organising for Eseyo.
The winner was not for a deal of money. So that was better. It was from Ben.
Oh,
it's from Ben.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you very much.
That's what we gave it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, I can actually drink red wine, so I'm going late.
Right, okay, we're a bit late on time.
Before I send you on your way, any announcements that anybody wants to make, Scott?
Last week I promised if we wanted to, we would sit out there in the sun and talk about creating a podcast. If anyone fancies that, that's where we're listening.
Anybody else? Toby.
Just had a WhatsApp message from Mr. Rishi Sunak himself, genuinely. Rishi. But I just find their messaging very interesting. It basically says polls are open, stop a Labour superdraft. It's like the messaging now is we're going to lose really badly. Please don't let us lose really, really badly. Yeah, we're giving up.
Has he booked his holiday?
Oh, good point.
Right, so you'll need some pens. Okay. Just before
Just
we
to
go, let's.
mention that in 2 weeks' time, not next week, the one after, we have the synergy meeting. It's been reworded, and the topic is businesses like Ammo Hive, a combination of tactics, war and sport. Discuss. Airsoft, excuse me.
Are you paying to sponsor this one?
Originally had a
Playing to pay.
Right. Right. Go out there. Don't forget your ID when you go and vote. It's sunny out there. Enjoy it. I look forward to seeing you all at the next.